What do you think about a game doing something bad on purpose? Go.
Such as what, like Goat Simulator or Surgeon Simulator?
Yes. Do you think Goat Simulator is a bad game because the physics are badly made?
I've never played Goat Simulator, but I have played Surgeon Simulator.
Yeah.
And I think there's like
Well, I don't know.
What?
Are they comparable?
I don't know. Are they?
Because I mean, like the physics aren't terrible in Surgeon Simulator so much that they like sort of spaz out. It's just sort of awkward to pick stuff up.
I mean, okay. What's another example then?
Alright, okay, this is the example that I wanted to eventually get to, because I think a lot about GTA 4 and the fact that I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I think when I play it, I just get really sad.
It is pretty depressing.
I get really sad because, like, everything's grey. But that's what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be Nico going to this land of opportunity, and it's actually not. It's actually like a disgusting, like, cesspit. So and I get sad because of that, but that was done on purpose.
It conveys it, but it was supposed to do that. It's like...
Is it bad? Can I criticise it for that?
Is the mood that the game is trying to convey, like, different to how the game plays itself? Because, like, games can portray lots of different emotions. It's like, if a game makes you sad, does that necessarily make it a bad game?
That's what I mean, but sad isn't a feeling that I want to be.
It's not an exactly pleasant feeling.
Well, I don't... This is a hard question.
It's like... Well, it's like the same thing with, like, horror games, right? Like, fear isn't exactly pleasant emotion.
Well, yeah, no, it is, because it releases endorphins and, like, adrenaline and stuff. It makes you feel excited.
Scared, so just me then.
No, but you don't feel scared, you feel excited.
I don't know, I feel quite a lot of fear.
You get a rush.
Yeah, I suppose.
The fear is collateral.
Okay, then. If I just me who doesn't really like horror games, then. Which is exactly why I bought Alien Isolation, which would be good.
Okay.
So
But back to what we were talking about.
Is Goat Simulator a bad game? I think, well, Goat Simulator is like you sort of know what you're getting into.
It's advertised as it.
Yeah.
It's advertised as a bad game.
And like, I suppose there is a difference between...
Well, no, wait, sorry. It's not advertised as a bad game, it's advertised as a poorly made game.
Yeah. But there's like a difference between like a game like Goat Simulator and like a poorly made game, because with Goat Simulator it still works. Like a poorly made game would have like...
It works in that it's what it's trying to be is slightly broken.
But there's like, isn't there a difference between like a game that is trying to be bad and a game that is properly bad? Because like a game that is
that's what we're talking about. That's what this is.
It's like, it'd play horribly, like the frame rate would be a bit naff, and like...
But if its main purpose was for the frame rate to be naff...
Oh god. Like if it's doing it ironically, or whatever?
Yeah, exactly, if it's a joke.
Oh, Christ.
I'm trying to think of like a game that breaks the fourth wall, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like... it's like... Hey,
a parody game.
How about all those games that have like DLC? Am I right? Buy this DLC, and they actually have DLC.
What about like the remember that Bulletstorm? No, was it Bulletstorm like demo they had which parodied Call of Duty?
No.
Do you not remember that? It was like Call of Duty Calls.
Oh, that
Yeah. Does that? I mean.
No. Because.
Is parody exempt?
But yeah, I know, but. That was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
But okay, listen to my example. If a game like this is just hypothetical. This has never been done. But if a game's like oh, like DLC, am I right? Or paying money for a game you already have, and then it actually has DLC. So it's like, hey guys, how about you buy all this DLC, and then they actually have DLC that costs money. Say it's almost as if like when a YouTube user goes like, comment, and subscribe. They may be joking, but they actually mean they want you to subscribe.
Or it's like in
donate to my Patreon,
like in a Wayne's World, where it's like, oh, I love the taste of like
exactly
Pepsi.
Yeah. It's like we're not advertising, and they're actually advertising and getting paid.
It's
for
like
it.
Done as a joke though, so does that make it okay? Oh no, maybe the DLC line's a bit too far because you can actually buy it. Unless like the DLC's fake as well.
Yeah, but it's still a joke just as much as the advertising thing is.
God, Jay, you've confused me now.
That's what I mean. Same thing as say a game has a level based on that's parodying Sonic Boom, say, right?
Yeah.
Say it's a really funny game. Okay. The premise is you're like a echidna or something, like a rip off Sonic. You're like a blue thing. Yeah, Blonic, and you're like really fast, but it's making fun of Sonic Boom. So for an entire level, everything's really buggy. You can't go on rails. The frame rate's like 2 FPS. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's doing that to try and make you laugh, going, it's like Sonic Boom, but it's still a level that's in 2 FPS.
Sonic Boom.
Yeah, it's still a level that's in like 2 FPS and doesn't work.
It's like if you had Superman 64, and someone made that today, but they said they made Superman 64, but only ironically and as a joke, does that instantly make it okay?
Yeah, exactly. I suppose it works the same as an in-joke, like satire. It's satire in that, hey guys, let's laugh at this thing because it sucks. So, it's definitely funny, but is it right? It doesn't matter if it's funny or not, objectively.
Is it okay?
That's a real... Yeah.
God, you've opened a whole thing on us today, Jay.
Yeah, I know, alright.
This is a big thing.
This question keeps me up at night because I'm that sad. Mainly the GTA 4 thing, which is like, should I rate this down because I feel so fucking depressed when I play it?
I mean, I think that's more... Like, there's nothing technically wrong with GTA 4 as a game.
Apart from the fact that
it's depressing.
It's purposefully depressing to look at.
And it's like you know, people like complain about the more realistic features of GTA 4, like the handling of the cars and like how everyone like stumbles and falls over like a mong.
Yeah.
Like, is that bad? Because it's realistic, but is there a point where it becomes more realistic so it isn't fun anymore?
Yeah, that's true. Is realism bad?
So that's why they sort of toned it down a little bit more with GTA 5.
Help me.
Yeah, this isn't good.
Help me.
All we're doing is we're like, oh, I guess so. Oh, I don't know. And we have to come to some sort of conclusion.
Okay, let's use something different. If something's purposefully...
Good.
It doesn't work the other way around.
No, it doesn't, does it? I just sort of said that without thinking.
Okay, so what we've done is we've narrowed this down to it's satirizing.
Yes.
No, it isn't, because it's also world building. If it's purposefully depressing.
Does Sonic Ball count as like a purposely bad game?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
is badly modelled stuff an art style? Badly modelled, not low poly, but badly modelled.
I guess maybe.
Because Vaporwave at the moment, people love that aesthetic, and it's just green screened pink.
Yeah.
And like terrible
aberration.
Terrible like computer gifs. Computer animation.
It's like with Sonic Ball. Like it's really badly modelled, but it's like purposely done so. It's all based on like an internet joke anyway. But it plays properly. Like you can play it. It's a game you can actually play.
But when you come to say you're a writer for IGN or these big like objective review sites.
Yeah.
Not you.
Hello.
But you're like Sonic Ball is a fun game, and then you come to writing about the art style. It has a unique art style.
Yeah.
In that it's purposefully bad.
Yeah, that is a point. If you had,
so is it bad?
If you had if it was IGN, like the graphics are bad, but done purposely. Like, do you award it negative points because it's bad graphics, or do you award it positive points because it successfully made the game look bad?
That's what I'm talking about. Like when it comes to objectively looking at it, a lot of silences in between these points.
What if we looked at how do you think IGN must have done like a review of Goat Simulator by now, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want me to have a cheeky look at what they said?
Yeah, the thing about IGN though as well is, okay, do you want to? Can I bring this onto another point that's somewhat related?
Sure. While I load this up.
Does true objectivity exist?
Oh god.
Because with IGN, like every article's written by a different person.
I mean, like, I don't think it can truly properly exist, but if you're trying to write a fair review, you should try and keep your opinion out of it as much as you can.
Yeah, but you know what I hate about reviews?
What?
When people go, if you're a fan of X, you would enjoy this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what you're essentially saying is, if you like Star Wars, you'll like this Star Wars game.
It's like, well, there's lots
It's
of
like,
different genres.
obviously. That's a really lazy statement.
Just bring it back to this quickly. IGN awarded Goat Simulator an 8 out of 10.
Really?
Goat Simulator is a clever piece of interactive satire, powered by hilarious ragdoll physics and its embracing of bugs.
Okay, what they're doing there is they're rating it based on its sense of humour.
Yeah.
Which is satire.
They said Goat Simulator isn't much of a game, but it's a hell of a good time. What they say it's a clever piece of satire, but what is it satire of?
It's satire of
like,
might have them there.
I suppose like other simulator game. So it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, it's definitely satirizing the simulator genre, but it's not a simulator in that. It's not a simulator game.
It has like sort of Tony Hawk's-esque multiplier skill points, but it's not satirizing that. I get maybe it's satirizing like the bad simulators that have come up, like you get on Steam Greenlight.
Yeah, stuff like car transport.
Oh no, maybe not
simulator.
Because like stuff like Grass Simulator.
No, that spawned after.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. They came after Goat Simulator.
But as on the lead up to Goat Simulator, you're right. There was some bad simulators. Like you had stuff like car transport simulator and stuff, which was just equally as bad.
Airplane,
like terrible driving.
Airplane terminal simulator.
Stuff like that, yeah. So yeah, it's definitely satirizing a lot.
I would not have wanted to be the person who had to write that article. Like, oh god, Goat Simulator, here we go.
I'm looking at this way too deeply, but do you think the bad physics are satirizing the bad physics of simulator games, like the bad simulator games?
I guess so, yeah.
But it could also be, it's not.
But is it bad physics because it does what it's supposed to do? Oh, I hate this. No.
That's what I mean. That's what the question is. We've brought it round. We're going in circles. I want to kill myself. I'm going to kill myself.
Every question we bring up just brings up more questions.
We're going in circles.
Right, do you want to go back to the other point before we loop around in an infinite loop?
Okay. Alright. So that point was...
Have you forgotten already?
Is it about GTA 4?
No, it was about objectivity.
Oh, that point.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the second point, but let's go to that, yeah. Does objectivity exist?
Well, I already said what I thought. What about you?
You thought no.
I thought you should strive as much as possible if you're trying to write an impartial review.
I think I don't know. I think objectivity has to somewhat exist.
Yeah.
Because we're like, say for example with art, you need something to aspire to. You need something to rate it on. You need to know if it's good or not. Like that's why I hate modern art, which is like just shit in cans. It's like that isn't good. No one's appreciating that.
Like the modern art installation of that naked woman shoving like eggs into her vagina and then squishing them onto like a bit of paper.
Yeah, we need something to hold up to be like, this is good.
And this is not.
Yeah.
It's like when you're reviewing a game, you need to like say stuff like, do the graphics work properly? Is the gameplay responsive? Is it fun? Or I suppose fun, like it varies, but would it be enjoyable to people who like that sort of game?
Exactly. We need a game that we can.
Like?
We need much like art. We need to know what is good so that we can rate it on how good it is. You
need to like accurately describe what the game is like without trying to be too much like, the gameplay is like, if it was like Bayonetta, you'd be like, the gameplay is fast-paced, Devil May Cry-esque hack and slasher. You wouldn't be like, oh, the gameplay's fun. You describe the...
That's a buzzword.
You describe the gameplay in such a way so that people who want that type of game would be like, oh, that sounds like something I'd like.
Yes. So does objectivity exist? A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit. It's not as stupid. A lot of people. Some people are diehard. Objectivity doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like that video Jim Sterling did, where he was all like, "This game is good if you like this, but only if you like this." I don't think that was.
Not a fan of Jim's satire.
No.
It's very confusing.
I don't think it's that. I think he missed a bit there. I'm hoping that was for comedic purposes, but yeah, it exists somewhat, to an extent.
Yeah.
Not to a massive extent as some people would think, and not to so much of a little extent that it doesn't work. I want to kill myself for that. Oh, for God's sake.
Describe what the experience is like without trying to inject what you personally thought of it too much. Or, like, make... I don't know, that confused me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, with the Bayonetta thing again, like with Polygon's review, where they're like, "Oh, Bayonetta's design makes me uncomfortable."
Yeah.
Just don't say that in your review. Just say,
"Oh, I don't know.
Bayonetta's design is highly sexualized," or I suppose I don't know, whatever. Like, she is a girl, and sometimes she does not wear clothes. If this makes you uncomfortable, you should not play this game. Just let people form their own thoughts based on the information that you provide them. I don't like this conversation, Jay. It's confusing me.
Oh God, I hate you. I was like, in my mind, I was like, I had a clear answer, and then you have to come and bring up a very good point, and then make me doubt my own answer. I hate you.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking that it does somewhat exist.
Then what did I change? What?
You said that all you can do is show people and let them work it out whether they like it or not.
Yeah, that's how I prefer, like, impartial, proper reviews. But then there's other reviews where you want to, like, know more about, like, what the people who played them actually thought. Like, I don't know, like Classic Game Room. It's sort of like a more personal review.
Yeah, or like me.
Or like you, or me.
Where there is no objectivity at all. Like, none. Zero.
Zilch.
You're getting, like, me and my I hate everything attitude.
Yeah, that's sort of to be expected with, like, when it's like a you know, like the videos we make.
Yes.
Or like something like I hate everything's videos, where, you know, you sort of know what you're gonna get into from the name of the channel.
Yeah.
And the name of the video.
Yeah. But even then. Alright, okay, so yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to define satire. No, we don't need to define it. We just need to how does satire work best for you? How does it work best? What perfect storm makes the funniest satire?
Oh Christ. I quite liked the satire, like, jokes around the React Bros things.
Oh yeah, the Mega 64.
Yeah. Stuff like that. I find that quite funny.
That was a good video. So, okay, what I think you're getting at is you like the tier of satire where it's like the under people rising up and, like, making fun of them.
Yeah, tongue in cheek, like,
sticking it to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's sort of like a class thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like rising up, striking the big people. Do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite variety?
I think that's it. Yeah, like with Saturday Night Live, how they do, like, news and that. What's that British TV show? Where
Office.
it's like technology. What that?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
That's satire. Yeah.
I love that.
It's
like,
making fun of, like, documentaries.
Yeah, when they're
like,
making fun of bigger things.
Yeah. Okay. So they're making fun of bigger things.
Like Only NG cartoons about, like, Coney 2012, or like how to become a famous vlogger.
Yeah. So when GTA 4 is satirizing New York and, like, the American dream.
Yeah.
It's kind of doing that in a way.
It's a very serious type of satire, though. GTA does, isn't it?
I like serious satire.
It hides it behind, like, a veil of like comedy and, like, funny jokes, but there's quite a lot of serious commentary going on in there.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you want to, like, expand the definition of, like, dark or black humor, I guess anything could be funny.
Yeah.
Even then, there's no But then that ruins everything, because then you could say that anything is dark humour. Know what I mean?
I didn't expect to have to use my brain so much during this conversation. It's like,
Well, it's still better than what we uploaded last week.
Yeah. Well, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, are we gonna formulate a conclusion?
I think we need to formulate some sort of agreement to not leave everyone dissatisfied, or we could take the pussy route out and be like, so what do you guys think?
Yeah, no.
Make sure to leave a like.
I don't want to do that, although
and a subscribe.
Yeah, saying that satirical, of course.
Yeah.
You are, of course, making fun of people that do say that. Although, if you happen to want to subscribe, then
we would
go
not
ahead.
be.
I wouldn't
that.
stop you. I wouldn't restrict your ability to subscribe. Honestly, although I'm saying we have to do this, we can't pussy out and just ask people. I would like to see what people's response to this question.
Because this isn't really a wrong or right answer.
To conclude,
we don't know.
Oh, for God's sake!
Is that not the conclusion?
God's sake.
I don't know, I think that succinctly summed up what I thought during all of that.
Okay, alright, I'm gonna come out with a conclusion.
Okay,
right?
whap it out. Go on, lay it on us. Lay down your Master J nugget of knowledge.
If it's so bad that it stops your enjoyment, whether that's purposefully or not purposefully, it's bad by definition and should be rated as such.
I can get behind that.
Okay.
Because, like, there's games that I play which I know are, like, technically bad, but I still find enjoyment in them.
Yes.
Like, if a game that is satire, making it satire doesn't instantly make it good or funny.
Yeah.
Like, you can fail at satirizing?
Yes.
Yeah, words.
Okay. So, that was it.
That was a solid discussion.
Thank you very much for listening to my insane ramblings.
Make sure to leave a comment.
Don't.
Or
do
don't.
it.
Or
I mean, do it.
Do it.
Don't know.
We wouldn't be against it. Mwah.
I'm not for it either.